Just some note cards.
Okay, note cards.
Note cards.
And you're going to see Lily too. This is Lily, our little weenie dog. She's everywhere we are, so she will be in this video. Tonight, we're going to talk about selecting your cabin on a cruise ship. So many times people say, man, first of all, they don't know what cabin they want. Second of all, they're like, oh my gosh, these prices are all over the place. Some are this, some are that. This looks like the same cabin, but it costs less, it costs more. Lynn and I are not real picky. Now, I do love a balcony, and I probably use my balcony more than most. I love sitting out there. I love some mornings, I won't even go down for breakfast. I'll order room service and I'll have them set it out on my balcony, and I'll sit out there and watch the water and have my breakfast, and I just really enjoy a balcony. But we have also done an ocean view. Is that a porthole?
Yes.
Porthole.
A window.
A window. And then there are interior rooms. So anyway,
And
Lynn, oh, and there are suites, yeah. Jeez.
We did a suite too.
So Lynn, yeah, we did do a suite. Lynn is going to help give you some tips on how to select the cabin that best suits you. So, what are some things, what do you consider? I mean, like if somebody says, oh, I don't even know where I want to be on the ship, how do you advise them?
Well, I think probably the biggest first question is, what's your budget? So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because interior cabins are the least expensive way to go. The ocean view or a porthole or a window, because
well, what are the types of cabins on
okay,
cruise ships?
so we have the lowest level, or not the lowest level, but the least expensive is the interior cabin.
And we have not done an interior cabin, but for y'all, so that we can advise you from experience, we are doing an inside cabin in September. Yes. We've never been inside. I hear both things. I hear it's the best sleep of your life. It's dark and it's cold. And then I hear people say, oh my gosh, I'm so claustrophobic. I was in that room. I felt like I couldn't breathe. So we're going to try it out, and we will be honest and give you our honest opinion about what we think about it. But anyway, so back to Lynn.
So an interior cabin, like Karen said, is people like that because it is cold. Now we've had balconies that you open the door and it gets a little warm inside. So if you like a nice cold room to sleep in, an interior cabin is the way to go. It's also less expensive and probably the smallest too. But the thing about being on a cruise ship is you spend more time outside your cabin than you do inside your cabin. So we'll see how we like it. Then the next level up is an ocean view, which has a porthole or the window. Most now they're windows. A good thing about a window is it's closer to the ocean, so you have a little better view of the waves going by, and it's have a better idea of how fast you're going or how slow you're going. You still get to experience the view without having the balcony. The next level is a balcony, and they're a little higher up, I guess to keep the waves in case of a bad day off your balcony, but they're a little higher up and they go up from there. The highest level of cabin is going to be your suite, and suites go from 190 square feet up to, there's one on the Icon of Sea that's a 3-level townhouse with a slide on it. So I mean they're expensive, and they're big, and they come with their butler.
But I tell y'all what, I win that lotto, that's where I'm going to be.
Until then, we won't. But yeah, it's really nice.
It's cool. It's really cool.
Yeah. So those are 3 types you have, and then from there they vary in price depending on where they are in the location of the ship.
Now, does that make a difference?
It does.
Where all can you be on a ship?
Well, most ships are divided up in at least 3 parts. The forward, which is called the forward, is the front of the ship. The middle, midship, and then the aft or the rear of the ship. And if you are prone to seasickness, or if you have a little motion problems, then you want to be midship, right in the middle of the ship, because you have the least amount of movement. if you don't care, you want to see where you're going, the front of the ship is great.
We've been on the front. I like the front. We've
been on the back.
We've been on the back, and we like the back. We've been in the middle.
Yeah.
We've been all three places. And here's what I will say about seasickness. Most people don't experience it. Now, I have felt the movement of the ship before, not severely. Except when we were on Cunard out in the Pacific when we did our Alaskan cruise, and you could feel it and you could see it, and it literally was. And two in our group didn't come to dinner that night.
The thing about that ship though also is the more modern, a ship is 20 something years old, and more modern ships have stabilizers, which are actually fins that come out of the ship. Side by side on both sides, and keep the ship more level.
But always,
and we were in the Pacific Ocean as well. Pacific is a little more rough.
Yes, that's true.
The
But
Gulf is
I
not
will
very
tell
rough.
you this: always be prepared. You can be prepared with something as simple as just running to the store and getting some Dramamine. And so we always have Dramamine, whether we take it or don't take it. We always have Dramamine. And then, I guess it was before we went on that Alaskan cruise, we knew that Pacific was going to be a little bit rougher, and we did get our doctor to prescribe the little
Patches.
scopolamine. I don't think I'm saying that correctly, but the little patch. It is a prescription, and you just put it on the back right here, kind of on that
Before you experience.
occipital bone. And before, like you would do that day one before your ship even takes off, and that is something you can do as well. Be sure you know all the side effects of that, and you know a little bit about it, so you won't be alarmed. For some people, it can mess up your vision, and you think, shoot, why can't I see? What happened? And the first person that experienced that was Lauren on one of our cruises. And I thought, oh, that's weird. I haven't heard of that. And then went home, read about it. And yes, it is a side effect, not for everybody, but some people will experience kind of a blurred vision. And then when I took it on our Alaskan cruise, that was the first time I ever had used one. And I wasn't sick at all, but I was feeling the motion. I thought, better safe than sorry. And I guess about the third day in, or maybe fourth day, I don't know. At some point, I used a patch, and I did start like feeling like my vision was a little altered. So I did experience that side effect. So before our next cruise, I will discuss that with my doctor and find out if that's a contraindication for me. Should I just flat not use that patch, or is it just a side effect that if I'm not that bothered by it, I can still use it? But just don't go empty-handed. Take at least put some Dramamine in your travel kit. Okay, you were talking about the location and that for seasickness. You were talking about that.
So they recommend midship and high on the ship.
Midship high. Okay.
Right, and so the prices go up from the midship is more expensive than the edges, the forward to aft, and the higher you go on the ship, the more expensive it is too, because they think that you're closer to the Lido deck, which has the pool on it and the buffet,
a lot of activities,
the bars and that kind of stuff. So. We prefer low, actually. That's our we
usually like to be on about deck 7.
Yeah,
we're usually on 6 or 7, aren't we? Now were we on 9 one
ship?
We were on
9 too. Yeah.
We don't take the elevators. We because of all that food we eat, we feel like we need to take the stairs. So Lynn's gotten to where he's working his way down because he don't want to have to climb as many stairs.
I get close to the dining room.
Let's go on the elevator. I'm like, no, we've got to take the stairs. And when we were on 9, those stairs, I tell you what, it's hard to get physically, and we walk every single day. It's still hard. Those stairs, man, they take a toll on you. But anyway, anything else you want to say about
No.
The advantages or disadvantages? The main advantage, if you feel seat nauseous,
is midship.
Midship. Okay. Well, is that it?
I think so.
Anything else?
Nope.
Aren't y'all glad Lynn was here tonight? And Lily? All right, y'all.
Bye.
See you next time.
You didn't introduce yourself, did you?
I can't do that.